This must be the dirigible den that Miss Moffat told me about. Now where is Gwenira? Revelio! Revelio. 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 Arrest them. Revelio.
If I wanted this to be special.
Revelio.
I'd remember my father speak of these times. Seems now they're upon me.
Certainly looks to be the place. Where in Merlin's name am I? Revelio! Incendio! Levioso! Repulsor! Accio! Guardian Leviosa! Revelio! Accio! Guardian Leviosa! Expelliarmus! This can't be it. Must be a way through. Expelliarmus! Confringo! There we go. Ashwinders. Should have expected company.
Perhaps I was the fool. To listen to you. Perhaps it's me own decisions what need...
Wait, is that the hippogriff from my treasure map? Revelio. Glacier! Expulso!
Expulsor!
Incendio! Glacier!
Look what don't go down in flash!
Incendio!
Expulsor!
Accio.
Death from a...
What a dreadful loss. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Defender.
Petrificus totalis!
Might want to look up. Expulso! I quit now, while you're still alive. Expulso! What are your thoughts on electricity?
Petrificus totalis! Oh, what's the look out of your eyes? Expulso! You'll feel that tomorrow. Petrificus totalis! Damn you! Petrificus totalis!
Confringo.
You're going to regret that.
Leviosa.
Release!
Rebellion. Accio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Rebellion. Defendo. Accio. That's the last of them. For now. Revelio. Confringo. Glacius. Confringo. Perfect. Let's see what we've got. This must be what all the fuss was about. Revelio. Arresto momentum. Revelio. Arresto momentum. Incendio. Revelio. Accio. Accio. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
When we're done here, I'm going straight to the hogshead. Or perhaps I'll just say no.
Revelio. Confringo. Capolso. Levioso. Lumos. Arresto Momentum. Glacius. Defender. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Glacius. Accio. Compulso. Levioso. Accio. Descendo. Accio. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Revelio. 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 Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Arresto Momentum. Revelio. Revelio. More rushwinders.
Oh, treasure must be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Hey, for your information, I received an owl from her just the other day. And as for her affection, I can assure you, it is well and
What's this? Some sort of treasure map? Revelio. Revelio.
The more graves I fill, the more galleons I get. Won't hear me complain. Arresto momentum.
Always said that travel broadens the mind.
That crate of Chinese chomping cabbages is somewhere in this camp. Revelio.
An aversion to the dog.
If they come after me, they'll rest in 10 graves.
Totalis. Revelio.
You've had too much fire whiskey if you think you can out...
Where others see darkness, I see bright opportunities.
You can feed a beast, or it can feed...
Now just stop right there, or I'll make you stop!
Accio. Incendio.
Let me unpunch!
What's that? I've seen many things worse
Let me
things.
unpunch!
Stop that. Glacier.
Incendio.
Arresto momentum. Propendo.
Let me unpunch!
Expelliarmus.
Now you've gone
Let
too
me
far.
unpunch! Oh!
Merlin.
Revelio.
That's one crate in hand. I only need one more.
Accio.
Wonder who lives here. I can see why Feldcroft needs help. Ranrock's loyalists are hiding out near Feldcroft. They must have the other crate of Chinese chomping cabbages.
Confringo. Repulso. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Such
Expelliarmus.
You won't stop me.
Glacius. Defender. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Spells won't save.
Arresto Momentum. Confringo.
I will make you pay. Is that the best you can do?
I'll bury you in the deepest.
Confringo. Repulso.
I won't rest until...
Leviosa. Confringo.
Revelio. That's all the crates of Chinese chomping cabbages. I'd better go and see Mr. Thistlewood's friend in Feldcroft.
Hello there. Do you have the special delivery from my dear friend Eddie?
Hello, Mr. Ndi. Eddie Thistlewood sent me.
Yes, he told me to expect you. Do you have the Chinese chomping cabbages?
I have them right here.
Marvelous. This will go a long way towards protecting the hamlet from Ranrock's loyalists. The same foul curs who, I'm willing to guess, intercepted them in the first place, along with Rookwood's lot. Feldcroft owes a debt of gratitude to you and Eddie. Thank you for your help.
What do you have for sale?
At last, some reinforcements. Hopefully this is enough to thwart the goblins. A pleasure doing business with you. Have I mentioned...
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings. Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Dear me, you have been busy. Incredible, thank you. You're ready for the final Alahomora lesson. With this knowledge, no lock shall ever stand in your way. You have done all I asked. I only wish I knew who put those statues everywhere in the first place. Alas. If you do find more, please feel free to remove them. You'll be doing your caretaker a huge service. And if I ever find out who the bully is behind this cruel trick, I shall let you know. Thank you once again for your assistance and tenacity. Now that you've mastered Alahomora, no lock is unbreakable. But do feel free to keep finding demiguise statues and removing those moons.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here. You can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Kneazles in the farthest pen?
This way. The Kneazles are over here.
Oh, couple of Kneazle whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Brush the Kneazles, just as you did with Gerald.
Where are the lions? I would like to see a huge Gryffindor lion in this class for once.
The Kneazles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Psst, psst, over here.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you thinking?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seems to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Revelio. Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close?
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes, and no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business, just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
I'm not sure this is something a student should be doing on your part.
Oh, it's nothing.
Very well. You've convinced me.
Marvelous. I'll take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Seems I need to find Mr. Lawley's cellar.
Glad you came.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aiden used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Brottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aiden died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aiden took ill when he was collecting hawk clumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk clumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Brottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it. Hope they know what they're doing. Brooms can be dangerous.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Better have a look around. See about the hawk clumps and the box of letters.
Incendio!
That's all the hawk clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Revelio! Lumos. Confringo. Revelio. Revelio.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defender. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio. Potato. Expelliarmus. Defender. Incendio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo. Incendio. Glacius. Prepare. Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defender. Incendio. Expelliarmus. Incendio. Confringo. Defender.
Rest easy, my large friend.
Revelio. Revelio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Revelio.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Revelio.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona. I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead. Should I... Revelio.
Oh, this day's gone on too long.
Who's that fooling? Come on then. Not quite. Much too slow.
Incendio.
Oh, you think you're snap?
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Incendio.
I won't rest until you...
Expelliarmus. Defender.
Now to find out what happened here.
Revelio.
Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him.
Confringo. Revelio.
I should investigate.
Revelio.
A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree.
Get away! You're weak, human.
Descendo. Defender. Confringo.
Something out here.
Revelio.
Good Revelio. I may have more luck higher up in the keep.
Leviosa!
A ladder. That's what I need.
The wizards will be defeated. Goblins will finally rule over wizards.
Revelio. Glad I was never locked up here.
The wizards will have no choice but to submit to us.
This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me.
You can't stop us!
Oh, experience.
Missed me! Descendo!
Revelio.
We're close to a break.
What will we find in here?
Revelio.
Revelio.
It's punishment to us all to have that miserable human around.
Who's there?
A primitive dog!
Speliomus! Incendio!
You won't get away with that.
Confringo!
I got it!
Repulsor! Accio!
Revelio. Accio. It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on. Revelio. Alohomora. You've one less follower. Revelio. Revelio.
A human's word is worthless. This prisoner owes us the metal we were promised. What was that? I feel as though I'm not alone.
Hello?
If only Ranrock were here!
Confringo!
I won't rest until...
Incendio! Confringo!
You will regret coming here.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! A boiler door. How to open it? Defender!
You won't defeat us all!
Confringo! Revelio! Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.